The way the orca hunt the seven gills is pretty impressive. They chop the sharks, so they'll just come and lift their tail up and whack them on the back.
Spiny dogfish has those kind of small needle-like teeth, and they're sharks, so they're pretty powerful. They're basically all muscle. Giant Pacific octopus, they can get really big.
Check it out, straight back there, behind the boat.
Oh. 3 killer whales in attack formation.
This attack of a moray eel on a white-tip reef shark is really fascinating.
It's gotta get the shark head first if it's gonna swallow it.
These exhilarating and thrilling moments show that sharks aren't at the top of the food chain. We have some of the most jaw-dropping, belief-defying videos that will make you jump out of your seats, like this, and my personal favorite, this. These are amazing captures of sharks and other animals messing with the wrong opponents. Absolutely no one is spared from a shark's fury, not even its own kind. Witness a shocking scene in a South Korean aquarium where one shark was caught devouring another. Perhaps the poor creature wasn't adequately fed, leading it to resort to an unconventional method to satisfy its hunger. First off, I'm scratching my head wondering how the shark even spotted this master of disguise, the well-camouflaged octopus in the reef. And then, the intensity of the fight. No mercy from the shark. The octopus didn't get a chance to use its usual tactics. No suckers to clog gills, no venom injection, not even a chance to release its defensive ink. Moray eels rank among the sea's most perilous fish and turn fiercely aggressive when disturbed. When a shark unintentionally intruded into its domain, the eel seized the opportunity to establish dominance. In this captivating face-off, the eel clearly holds the upper hand. Once those jaws clamp down on the shark, escape becomes impossible for the predator. It was high time the shark met its match. This octopus was having a grand time skillfully hunting a crab. It almost seems like it's playing with its meal before finally savoring it. However, things take an unexpected turn as it discovers it's not the only one on the prowl. In a surprising twist, a harbor seal enters the scene and turns the tables, grabbing the octopus instead. The unsuspecting predator becomes the prey in its own hunting expedition. This shark bit off more than it could chew. Usually, crabs are a top menu pick for these predators, but sometimes even they pack a punch. This horn shark got hyped spotting a giant crab and swiftly snatched it. Reality hit when it realized the meal was too hefty for its jaws. Even its buddies pitched in to help. Eventually, it had to release the crab. In an astounding turn of events, a massive octopus actively chases and successfully catches a stonefish. The fish seemingly disappears as the octopus deftly conceals it underneath its impressive body. I can't deny it, the wonders of marine life are truly captivating. Moray eel attacks the wandering octopus. The cephalopod manages to escape, and look at how it starts to change its color and texture when in defensive mode. If you replay the video, you'll see how it blocked its head with its arms. It used the sand and ink to get away. What an intelligent creature. If you reckon sharks own the sea, prepare for a surprise. The title of ocean rulers belongs to killer whales. They outsmart sharks by a mile. Once they set their sights on this shark, there's no escape. They start with their tails, then head straight for the delectable feast, ensuring no chances of survival. These smart predators leave no room for the shark to slip away. Check out this video capturing a heated showdown between two sharks in the Gulf of Mexico. I can't say what the hammerhead did to rile up the tiger shark, but it looks like the latter isn't planning to let it off the hook anytime soon. Get this, there's a great white on the attack, going after another shark. It's like a deep-sea showdown. Can you believe the audacity? Sharks, even among themselves, don't hold back when it comes to survival in the wild waters. Sharks usually dine on stingrays, but chasing one turned into a bit of an embarrassment for this hammerhead. The stingray was just going about its day when a hungry predator thought it was an easy snack. It skillfully dodged the predator and reached the shore, well out of its grasp. Seems like this stingray's doing a victory dance, celebrating a successful escape from a shark. In one corner, we have the blue-lined octopus, a highly venomous species found in Australia. And in the other corner, a brave crab, ready to take on the challenge. Write in the comments who you think's gonna win. Alas, the crab, despite its efforts, was no match for the venomous prowess of the octopus. Loggerhead turtles can make a slick escape from sharks if they play their defenses right, much like this one did. A thrilling video captured near a remote Western Australian beach shows a turtle skillfully evading a tiger shark. Despite the predator's efforts, the turtle repeatedly used its robust shell to ward off the shark's advances. A clever turtle facing a hungry tiger shark manages to avoid becoming its dinner by repeatedly rolling onto its back. In dramatic drone footage, the predatory shark attacks from underneath, attempting to bite into its prey. But the smart reptile rolls on its side, outsmarting the shark's predatory moves. It appears to be a hawksbill in the crystal blue waters, but confirm it for me down in the comments. This amazing footage was captured by BBC Earth. In their search for food, these crabs must leap from rock to rock, dodging the predators that lie in wait. Not only does this crab manage to escape an octopus, but also an eel. Talk about a role reversal! Sharks are notorious for harassing and munching on sea lions, but here's a surprising twist. In a clip shot at the Isabela Galapagos Islands, a sea lion seizes the opportunity to return the favor. Moving at full speed, it goes after a baby shark, showing that sometimes the tables can turn in the wild. These sharks were having a feast on a marlin, unaware that they were on the verge of becoming someone else's dinner. In the midst of this feast, a Goliath decided to crash the party. However, its interest wasn't in the meal, but the partygoers. It made a beeline for one of the sharks, too engrossed in the festivities to notice the imminent peril hovering right above. Not too many sea creatures fancy a pufferfish lunch. These seemingly ordinary fish can puff up in a flash, revealing spikes and toxins. But here's the twist. An octopus boldly decided to snack on a pufferfish. And to everyone's surprise, the hunt seemed to be going swimmingly. The divers filming this extraordinary encounter had to bail before declaring a winner. Whoa, check this out! While snorkeling off Asu Island, things got real in the octopus world. Filming an octopus doing its thing outside its den, and out of nowhere, another octopus showed up. Cue a big underwater showdown. Honestly, I'm not sure who came out on top in this epic octopus brawl. Indonesia, where the ocean floor is apparently a boxing ring for cephalopods. The barracuda has a reputation as a fierce, top-tier predator, and you're about to find out why. This relentless fish doesn't discriminate. It goes after anything that crosses its path, including sharks. When it sets its sights on a lone shark, it aimed for a delectable treat. I'm astounded at how the little one somehow swam out of this perilous situation unscathed. Here's a strange underwater spectacle for you. Gloomy octopuses seemingly engaging in a spat, spitting and tossing debris at each other. Marine biologists are scratching their heads, suggesting that this might be intentional. Believe it or not, these crafty cephalopods might even be using shells in their underwater confrontations. Who knew the ocean floor could turn into a battlefield with octopus tactics? Check this out! Scientists strapped a camera on a sea lion, and the footage is wild. The sea lion dives in, scouting around until it spots an octopus. Boom! It goes straight for a bite, and that's game over for the octopus. Even with the ink trick, the sea lion isn't fooled. It keeps coming back, each bite more precise, until the octopus is history. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. This shark seems clueless about the fact that hippos hold the title of Africa's most fearsome mammal. That's probably why it didn't alter its course when it accidentally bumped into one during its fish chase. The murky waters added to the challenge, making it tough for the shark to maneuver. Unintentionally, it provoked the hippos, leading to an unfortunate conclusion for the shark. Octopi have aced many hunts, but there's one contender that can give even these predators a run for their money: the mantis shrimp. The shrimp tried to give a heads up, but it seemed the mollusk wasn't tapping into any of its 9 brains. Once things got heated, the shrimp landed a powerful hit. Time for this octopus to find another dinner option. Off the coast of Miami, Florida, a boat full of anglers witnesses a jaw-dropping moment. A monster shark rises from the deep to chomp the tail off another shark that they were trying to reel in.
That's a bull shark too.
That is a big shark.
It was a bull shark, when the larger shark made a sudden appearance, biting off the entire tail of the hooked fish.
Holy!
If you think we're done with sharks going up against other sharks, think again. This hammerhead did not give up after going after the smaller shark.
Oh, he's trying to eat this shark! Oh my!
I don't know, sharks are formidable, so much so that even their own kind isn't safe from them.
Oh my god!
So, they threw a bunch of rays into the aquarium, not realizing that hammerhead sharks absolutely love snacking on stingrays. I mean, come on, what did they expect was gonna happen? It's like inviting a bunch of pizza lovers to a pizza party and then being surprised when all the pizza disappears. Tourists in South Carolina think they're just feeding an alligator, when out of the blue, a shark swims up to the surface and starts taunting the floating gator. No blood, but man, what a scare for both the gator and the tourists. Nature always throws in a surprise just when you think you've got it all figured out.
That's hilarious.
This shark got a bit too close to a dog's owner, who decided to dive in and give it a lesson. It's amusing how the shark quickly backed off, realizing the dog was a handful it wasn't ready to deal with. In Florida, while these folks were fishing, a 5-foot shark cruised nearby, turning heads.
Right there.
But the real shocker came when a Goliath grouper chowed down on it right in front of them. No wonder these creatures are colossal. Petrel birds often end up as top picks on a shark's menu, making flying lessons for these chicks quite challenging. But here's a twist. One bird in this scenario displayed more spirit than its siblings, as the predator closed in. It opted for a one-on-one fight. Though it couldn't survive, it's astounding how it made the shark struggle for its meal. Penguins, being small and seemingly vulnerable, often fall prey to predators like sharks. However, this bull penguin decided to defy expectations. When a shark approached, the penguin made a surprisingly daring move for its size. It gave the shark a gentle nudge on the head, essentially saying, "Not today." Luckily, the shark thought twice and left the brave little soul alone. Watch as the ray leaps out of the water, making it impossible for the shark to secure its jaws around this nimble and clever adversary. In the end, the ray not only escaped, but even managed to reach the shore and outpace the most feared ocean predator. Did I just witness a shark getting attacked by a roly-poly? That's what it seemed like to me. A steroid-fueled, holy crap type deep water creature straight out of nightmares. It turns out it's actually an isopod going up against a dogfish. Tiny bird narrowly dodges becoming a snack for a shark. Is that a cormorant? Let me know in the comments. But in any case, that is one lucky bird.
Go, birdie, go, birdie, go.
In a mind-blowing underwater moment, a lucky diver, Jorge Hauser, found himself in awe as a giant orca decided to playfully tail slap a nearby stingray, just feet away from him. The orca emerges from the dark depths, approaching the unsuspecting ray with its tail before engaging in what seems like a playful interaction. Orcas, apparently the bouncers of the sea, are super territorial, and this poor elephant seal, totally clueless, waltzes into their turf. Next thing you know, bam! An orca posse surrounds the seal, and despite its desperate struggles, these guys are like ice. And just like that, the seal goes from a wanderer to dinner. In a gripping, more than hour-long effort, a pod of killer whales successfully separated a humpback calf from its mother. pod didn't stop there. After the hunt, the largest male in the pod clutched the calf's body in its mouth, circling and consuming its tongue. Swan defeating a shark? Okay, so in reality, a young swan is checking out what appears to be a deceased dogfish in Whitehaven Harbor. This behavior is unusual for birds that typically consume weeds. It seems possible that the fish had already perished and washed into the shallows when the swan discovered it. Eventually, the swan lost interest. A whale unexpectedly shields a diver from a nearby shark. A truly unforgettable moment for those divers. It's not just a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. It's a once-in-a-millennium event that will likely be etched into their memories forever. Facing an opponent sometimes boils down to courage and teamwork. This shark blundered by targeting a baby seal. In a protective parent-like response, the adults rallied together against the persistent threat, creating a united front. A fearless mob ready to stand up to the bully shark. Their bold strategy paid off as they collectively managed to intimidate and drive the predator away. Leopard seals are pros at hunting penguins daily, making it seem like a cakewalk to snag these birds for dinner. However, this specific penguin wasn't ready to surrender easily. After an intense and close pursuit, it cleverly dashed out of the water and found refuge on a safe piece of land. Maybe this penguin should teach its peers a masterclass on survival strategies. In this amazing moment, a penguin cleverly evades a pod of hungry killer whales by making a daring leap into a dinghy filled with tourists.
Oh, the penguin's still on. Go, penguin.
Video footage captures the brave bird leaping repeatedly out of the water during the intense chase, all while the concerned tourists cheer it on during its freedom dash. A seemingly innocent swimming lesson for a little penguin takes a dramatic turn when a giant petrel decides to stir up trouble. In a remarkable turn of events, the fatherly hero steals the spotlight with his incredible rescue skills. It's nature's own epic battle and a heartwarming display of parental instinct. Bravo to the Gen 2 dad for stealing the show and saving the day. A group of emperor penguins sets out on a hunting expedition, but upon their return to the shore, they find themselves becoming the hunted. Facing unexpected challenges and dangers in their icy habitat. This man's whale-watching adventure took an unexpected turn when a terrified seal sought refuge on his boat to escape a pursuing pod of orcas. The seal leapt onto the boat, skillfully squeezing between the engines to evade the jaws of the killer whales. He later revealed the resilient seal lingered about the boat briefly before swimming off to safety. If the oceans had demons, they'd be moray eels. Now picture this, two of them going at it. The smaller eel, in a dangerously ambitious move, decides to attack one exponentially larger. The brief battle continues, with the bigger eel effortlessly overpowering and feeding on its younger counterpart. It's like a marine showdown with its own kind of underworld drama. A moray eel launches a sudden attack on an underwater cameraman. Fortunately, the cameraman escaped with all his fingers and other body parts intact. These eels pack a punch, so good for him that he was unscathed. Holy crab! This was the moment I realized that eels can leap out of the water with such force. It got a hold of that crab in an instant. You don't want to skip this heart-stopping showdown between a needlefish and a hermit crab. No idea who started the battle, but the needlefish was clearly in control. Check out how it's got a grip on half the body of the hermit crab. Survival seemed impossible for the crab, yet against the odds, the hermit crab strolled away from the scene intact. This rare footage of a grouper fighting it out with the venomous fish is tense and weirdly beautiful. You can see it's trying to check it out as it's unsure what it is. Since lionfishes are venomous, the grouper had to be extra careful. Although the lionfish tried to use its toxic spikes, unfortunately, it proved to be insignificant. A courageous bullfrog took on a towering hammerkop single-handedly, leaping at its face in a daring defense. Michael Rothman on safari in Kruger National Park, South Africa, captured the dramatic scene as the massive bird continuously pecked and even lifted the potential snack in its formidable beak. But the frog was having none of it. In this crazy safari moment, a gutsy antelope not only survives a crocodile attack, but then goes all out, charging headfirst at a hunting lioness. The drama unfolds as the predator makes a sprint, but the clever Nala seeks refuge in a nearby lake, inadvertently alerting the lurking crocodiles in the water. Wild stuff! Now that's a close call! Is it a lucky warthog or an unlucky crocodile? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Imagine this, an uninvited guest, a croc, decides to crash the pool party of some hefty mammals, hippos. What follows is a wild scene of hippos mounting over each other, each contributing to smash the intruder. It's like a coordinated group effort, but surprise, surprise, the croc, despite getting bitten by almost every hippo in the pool, manages to survive.
They are going for it. Get out of our space.
Oh, absolutely not! A showdown unfolded under a car in Adelaide's north, featuring a baby eastern brown snake and a redback spider duking it out.
Australia.
Talk about unexpected wildlife drama in Australia. These geese are on high alert as they notice a threat approaching their chicks. It turns out to be a swan, clearly overestimating its capabilities. For reasons unknown, it attempts to approach the chicks, thinking it's an easy task. However, to its surprise, both parents switch to protector mode. Now that's what we call a robust defense system. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to say it without utter disbelief. That's a goose going up against not one, but two tigers. There's always that one member of the family that's absolutely wild. And yes, the goose left those tigers alone. In a scene from the BBC program Snow Bears, a polar bear mother brilliantly saves her cubs from a stalking male bear, resulting in an epic fail for the male. Instead of the expected vicious fight, the mama bear showcases clever tactics, and the would-be assailant comically slides down the slope. The encounter turns out to be unexpectedly amusing. In a heart-stopping incident, a young elephant, only 1 year old, managed to survive an attack by 14 lions at the safari camp in Zambia. Straying from his mother, the baby elephant faced overwhelming odds, with 3 lionesses even getting on his back at one point.
Come on,
You can do it just a little further. Yeah, that's it.
Miraculously, the young elephant emerged unscathed. He reunited with his herd and earned the heroic nickname Hercules. A wolverine fearlessly fends off an attack by 2 wolves. Now that's a battle of beasts worth watching. In a clash of titans, an American badger faces off against a cougar. The amusing twist? Well, the badger seems completely oblivious to the cougar sneaking up behind him. When he finally notices, the badger turns around with a nonchalant, "Oh, what the heck do you want" vibe. The cougar was like, "What are you doing?" And the badger replied, "Digging your grave if you try anything." Classic badger attitude. It's an incredible sight as a mama warthog fiercely defends her 3 babies from a hyena attack. Those piglets stick close to her like glue, showing remarkable intelligence at such a young age. The bond and bravery on display are truly heartwarming. Check this out! A guy catches a black widow in the act, munching on a snake in his car. Now, I'm not just wondering about the strength of the spider, but seriously, how robust is that web holding up a snake feast? Talk about nature's engineering marvels. A female squirrel bravely approaches a cobra from behind, only to retreat after a snake bite. The plot thickens as a yellow mongoose steps up, attempting to finish the battle with the highly venomous cobra. Mongooses and snakes are known as each other's mortal enemies, and when they face off, the outcome becomes utterly unpredictable. In a dramatic encounter, a grizzly bear goes after a limping bull elk, but the tables turn as the elk, despite the disadvantage, manages to drag the grizzly bear and then sprints into the river. This bear messed with the wrong opponent and got a double whammy. You'd think it's a one-sided match with one of the fastest birds and the slowest mammal, right? Well, not quite. The sloth pulled off one of the most confusing and slowest backhands in the history of the animal kingdom. Turns out, speed isn't everything. Hold on to your hats because this is wild. A snake, typically the predator, trying to evade a mantis. I know, right? It sounds like something out of a nature-themed action movie. Nature's throwing curveballs, and apparently, mantises are stepping up their game in unexpected ways. Who would have thought the tables could turn in a snake versus mantis showdown? A king mantis eating a snake? No way! Talk about a twist in fate. It kept lunging at the snake, and if you ask me, I think that snake was scared, and I can't blame it. This stare down doesn't end how you think it will. It lunges at the lizard, which is unable to do anything. I'm not surprised by the insect's strength, but definitely shocked by its fierce nature. It's a classic case of the unexpected in the wild. Never thought the zen-like mantis would be such a relentless predator. The bird is definitely the one at fault here. It was trying to steal an eagle's food. After trying again and again to get it through the cage, the frustrated eagle decided to do something about it. That was incredibly quick. Those talons are not to be messed with. It let go of the bird, but I'm sure it got its lesson. These are 3 different incidents, but all the same result. In this wild video from Orlando, a sandhill crane takes on an alligator at the Eagle Creek Golf Club. The alligator probably thought it had an easy meal, but it turns out the sandhill crane had other plans. It's a real-life nature face-off. where birds stand up to gators. The most intimidating land animal being defeated by a bunch of bees? This bear thought it could easily raid a beehive, but the fearless bees decided to confront it. It was almost comical, as the bear ended up fleeing from the area. Bears can withstand the stings, but perhaps today, the bees were more prepared. An injured heron faces off against a lion. The lion, probably expecting an easy encounter, finds itself confused and starts to back off. Now, here's the twist. Maybe the lion just wanted to play with the bird. Well, whatever the case is, that heron is nothing short of brave, standing its ground against the king of the jungle. A badger escaped from a zoo, and when employees were trying to bring the badger back to its cage, that's where the dog came to help. The dog steps in to help, attempting to nibble at the badger's tail, and what follows is a hysterical chase. The dog was so smart that he didn't wait around. Yikes! This python tried to prey on a family of monkeys, but ended up regretting it.
Terrifying. Holy crap.
They may be small in size, but monkeys are formidable when it comes to their survival. This zebra gave the hyena the scare of its life when it turned the tables and charged at it. One does not simply mess with Marty's family. Oh, yep, zebras are more intimidating than they seem. That's gonna leave a mark. In the African savanna, a brave giraffe takes on a pack of hyenas, delivering powerful kicks to their faces in defense of her young. When all seemed to be lost for the calf, the mother swooped in and delivered some good knocking on those pesky hyenas. It's time for today's open discussion. Take a look at this. It's a real classic. In this clip, you've got the octopus doing the blending thing like a total pro, landing a perfect hit right in the shark's gills, injecting some nasty venom, and whoosh, in a matter of minutes. You can bet that shark's regretting every fantastic decision it made to waltz into the octopus's turf. It's like Mother Nature threw a twist party, and that shark got the surprise of its underwater life. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.